What's happening, Big KBZ? We back in this thing. So, Wack 100 accuses Glasses Malone of Clout chasing off of Adin Rock. Wack. Now, I fuck with Wack again, but there's times where I do look at Wack a little bit like what's going on. I wouldn't necessarily. I'm not gonna say it didn't start off as clout chasing. I genuinely think he just did not like what Adin Ross had to say. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that's what it is, right? Now, maybe it turned into clout chasing because what he said went viral. People was looking into it. You know, we heard Joe Budden like, yo, I hope Glasses Malone round up the Crips together and they could go tussle with Adin Ross and all that type of stuff. Motherfuckers were saying. With that being said, though, I don't necessarily think it started off as clout chasing. Maybe later on he was doing a little bit too much. But in fairness, Adin was taking some of this shit too far. He was. Like, we got to keep it a buck. People gotta realize sometimes, like, regardless if you have ill intent or not, bro, you might say some shit on the internet that makes shit go too far, especially with a platform that Adin Ross has. It's like, gang, yes, you don't like Doechii for whatever reason. You thought she was an industry plant. Myself included, a lot of niggas thought she was an industry plant. Again, there's a different way to have some of these discussions. There is. That's number one. But number two, it got to the point, it just sounded like it was just hate. There was like vitriol in your speech when you commented on her. It didn't seem like you was giving fair critique. It was just, you was just out here on a hate campaign against Shorty. It's different one to suspect her come up not being actually what it was than just despising her for whatever your beliefs is. Glasses Malone didn't like that. He spoke on that. Joe Budden didn't like that. He spoke out on that, and he was over there like, yo, I dare y'all try to do this. I got some kid. They do whatever. Woo, woo, woo. And it's like, bro, you can't act big and bad, and now when motherfuckers is here to check you on stuff you said, you go run away being scared. And I'm like, why you talking so loud? Take that bass out your voice then. Like, what the fuck is you doing? But anyways. Let's get into it. Let's see what Wack has to say about it. Let's get to it. So, Wack recently sat down with Adam22, I believe, on their podcast, where he has some unique insights on the Glasses Malone Adin Ross situation. One of the biggest stories in hip hop, I guess, the end of 2005 into beginning of 2006, was the animosity between Adin Ross and Doechii. For the most part, it was a one-sided beef. Ross has taken Doechii's lyrics to heart, and he can't stop hurling insults. Meanwhile, artists in the hip-hop space have taken issue with the streamer. Among those artists is Glasses Malone, who has let Ross know on numerous occasions that he will escalate things if Ross continues to be disrespectful. Ross doesn't seem to care and continues to taunt Glasses and even Joe Budden. Ross has a few defenders on his side, including Wack 100, who has been adamant about Adin Ross being a good guy. In fact, Wack was on No Jumper podcast this weekend and offered up his take on the situation. While Adam felt like Adin was taking things a bit too far. Yo, when you have Adam22 telling you taking things a bit too far, that's when you know you tweaking. Adam22, the 22-ster. Some niggas call him the 16, which is crazy. Him and this nigga orchestrated a boxing match just cause Jason Love was long dicking his wife. If he's telling you you taking some shit too far, then nigga, you gotta go look in the mirror. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, Wack says Ross was well within his rights to get a bit angry. It was a bit of a surprising take, especially when you consider what Wack thinks of Glasses Malone right now. Let's see what he says. Don't even get me started. The clip ain't coming from No Jumper. They will copyright the fuck out of me. Y'all go find that shit your damn self. I'm sorry. Essentially, Wack is accusing Glasses Malone of trying to chase a clout off of Ross's name. It's not the type of take you would expect from Wack, especially when you consider how Glasses is a respected West Coast artist and got some hood, some gang. I'm assuming he got some gang ties. Wack has often been harsh with people he deems as culture vultures. That's crazy you don't consider Adam a culture vulture, Wack, but I digress. Regardless, Wack seems to be a staunch defender of Adin, who is under fire from hip-hop purists, and understandably so. The debates about Ross over the past week or so, month, not even week, have been interesting to say the absolute least. Ross has been completely irrelevant towards hip-hop and his artists. His attitude on the matter has yet to change, and it probably never will. At the end of the day, he has the backing of someone like Drake, which does in fact go a long way. But that's because they on that steak bullshit. They got that lawsuit shit going on. He's partner kicking all that type of shit. Just because he friends with niggas like a Drake, Academics, or Wack 100, doesn't mean you get a pass to say some shit. Nigga, you was doing too much. It's okay. You was doing too much. We can admit that. I'm pretty sure a couple years from now, if that nigga sat down and looked at some of the shit he said, he'll be like, you know what, maybe I was tweaking a bit. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, only time will tell whether or not Adin and Glasses are able to make peace. Niggas gotta know a lot of this internet shit, bro. Like, it's for the birds. Like, again, you gonna get your little views up. Niggas gonna click in on the stream to see what the fuck you said. But a lot of this shit for the birds. You ain't gotta go that way. Wack's take was interesting. Calling Glasses a clout chaser. I just feel like, again, and I don't even know if he got ties to TDE or Doechii, because that could also be it. You disrespecting little sis, I'm going to see you about it. I don't know his ties, so that could be one thing. But just to say he's clout chasing off Adin is crazy. I don't think so. Because a lot of niggas have said shit about this Adin Ross situation, but hey man, I digress. So what do y'all think? Y'all think Glasses is clout chasing or he just standing on business? You heard me? But anyways, comments down below, links in the description. Besides that, you already know what it is. Your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ Doechii doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. Be trying to hit a little bit more, you heard me? And I'm gone. Shlime Zoom, peace, y'all else gang. Aye.